What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. My name is EQ. Welcome to EQ Trades. And in today's video, we're going to be going over how to find the next 10x, 50x, 100x altcoin. But before we get into this video, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated, and that's what really helps this channel grow. And without further ado, let's jump into it. So for those of you who don't know, in 2021, at the peak of the bull run, I actually spoke at Miami Crypto Expo, and I taught a keynote on how to find altcoins, essentially 100x altcoins. So I want to give you some of those tips that I gave back in 2021 so that in this bull run you could potentially find those same plays before the bull run even starts. Now, really the big factors that it comes down to when you're looking for these altcoins, especially ones that can take big runs, you want to find a really good marketing team. You want to find some sort of institutional backing with it because the institutions are going to want their money back. You're going to want to find a docs project, so something that has a white paper and a team that's readily available that you can do research on and see that they are real people. And there needs to be some sort of major component of utility behind it. Even meme coins have the utility of social push. And my magic number when I'm looking for these 10x, 50x, 100x altcoins is going to be 1 billion market cap. Now, 1 billion market cap in the current market right now will put you just at about the top at within the top 80 projects. So realistically speaking, if a project does hit a $1 billion market cap, especially considering that these market caps are going to go up as we get into the next bull run, give or take, you're going to need 1 billion to be in the top 100. And hitting the top 100 crypto projects isn't that difficult. There are a lot of trash projects that are on this list that are going to get cleaned out as we get into this next bull run. So pretty much what we're doing is finding projects that are, let's say, in the 200 to 300 range that can potentially get into the top 100. And one of the first ways I do that, CoinGecko is my favorite option. You can go to cryptocurrencies, go to highlights. And this is probably where I spend the majority of the time. I look at this every single day. I try to keep track of what coins and what projects are showing up consistently on trending or most viewed or highest volume. Because especially during a bear run or these quick little meme coin pumps that we've been seeing, the projects that are already getting some of that trending volume are typically or naturally going to be the ones that will perform well as well going into the actual bull run. Like, for example, I've seen ZK Sync pop up here a lot. I've seen Layer 0 pop up here a lot. So let's take a look at these two and see if maybe one of these would fit the criteria of what we're looking for. Now, this one's a little high at the moment. You're looking at $629 million market cap. So this to do a 2x would put you at a 1.2 billion. So that's a little bit higher of a market cap than what we're looking for. Same with this one, a little bit high. So let's go into some of these smaller ones like Viot. I've never heard of that. Okay, so this one could be a really interesting play. Viot, you have a $34 million market cap, which is insanely low. So a 10x move would put you at a $340 million market cap, which means that getting to the billion would be, give or take, about a 30x move. And just to put it into perspective, if this did do a 100x move, this would become a $3.4 billion market cap. And you can see that we have a total and max supply of 400,000. That's going to be a finite token, which means it's deflationary, which also gives it a little bit more value than an infinite token. And you currently have 335 million in circulation, which means the majority of the supply is circulating. Now, once I've done a quick glance at the tokenomics, the next thing I do, I'll scroll down a little bit and look into the contract itself. I can see it's built on Ethereum, and it's an artificial intelligence project that's also with DAO Maker Launchpads and insurance. And we'll take a look at their website. AI-driven legal tech solutions by the first VFAA-regulated digital asset and decentralized law mechanics. I like tokens like this because, like they say, the first VFAA-regulated, so it's going to be one of the first of its kind. It seems like it's been developed in cooperation with IBM, which is really good to see. Website's clean, everything looks nice right off the bat. I can see roadmap, team, use cases, solutions, white paper, light paper, documentation, articles. So everything that I would need to be convinced that this would be a good project without wasting too much time is all here. So click into it. Let's see why. Go to the roadmap, go to the team, go to the use cases. We'll start to do a little bit of research on this project as featured in Investing, CoinDesk, NASDAQ, explainer video on the website, blog built out. I like this legal tech and the Web3 legality side of it. There's not really many projects that are doing that. So this does give it a lot of upside potential. And quite frankly, when I'm looking for these really low market cap projects, the more things that I can tie in terms of validity and just being trustworthy, the better I feel about it. So yeah, and even then, they've already been audited. So VAOT, originally created in 2017. And they also have a nice little breakdown of their tokens and the token allocation. This is what you want to see, and this is how you can verify that they're not just going to rug you. It's a nice little balance. And they do show you the use of funds, which is good as well. and a good amount of it goes to marketing and sales, which is exactly what I like to see personally. Because without the marketing, the projects aren't going to get any push. And then the last thing I want to check for this is going to see if they have any fundamental news that's been coming out recently, because it's definitely going to be good to know. They did peak out in 2021 if you look at the chart. It did come out in the previous bull cycle, but we haven't necessarily seen too much price reflection just yet. Now, they don't have that much news coming out right now, so that's something to keep in mind. I would ideally like to see a little bit more, but they could just be waiting for the full bull run. Okay, so if you actually go to their Medium account, this is where they're doing all of their write-ups. So they do keep it up to date, June, July, 5 days ago, talking about AI-driven legal solutions. So they are putting content out there. They're just not running it in a mass marketing side. They're kind of just releasing it on their own for the moment, which is good. I don't mind that. I don't necessarily want them to be pumping their marketing before the actual bull cycle. But this project right here, VAIOT, or VAI, sitting currently ranked 759th on the crypto list. So if for whatever reason this did want to push up into the top 100 list, I think something like this could have a really good potential. There's a lot of upside swing. There's a lot of validity behind the project, and they are open with their team. They're all docs. You can click into their LinkedIn pages as well and read more about basically everyone that works within the company, which is really good to see. So all in all, if there are crypto projects that you're finding that would fit this kind of narrative, good project, good utility, docs team, low market cap, those are all things that I like to look for. And I just did a little bit more digging to it. It's important to note that with the project, this is why you want to do research. So in 2022, they had to renounce a recovery plan because it looked like they got hacked. There was some sort of attack that happened, and they needed to redeploy the VAI tokens. So there's this whole thing that they're walking through basically on why they did it and the reasons behind it and the redeployment. So that could be a big reason to explain why the price took such a big dump right after that 2021 bull run. And maybe why we necessarily haven't seen too much come from their side yet, because they still could be in the building process. But like all of these projects and all of this none of this is financial advice. You're always going to be taking a risk because there's no way to know if this project will actually get into the top 100. This is just one of my strategies, and this is just one of the things that I do in order to cut the fat and help a little bit with my picking process, because let's face it, there's 20,000 crypto projects. So trying to figure out of that group which ones could potentially get into the top 100. But by using these educated strategies and by narrowing down the list to find the projects that have the highest potential and probability, because use case and marketing typically will drive the majority of mass marketing and mass adoption. So for me, this is the type of project that I would put into the potential list of ones that we could see a 10x going all the way up to a 30x, maybe even higher than that. And this is going to wrap up our video on finding altcoins with high potential. If you found anything useful, like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Tag a friend or share this with someone that's going to be getting into the crypto space and could learn something about trading altcoins or potentially getting into these big plays early. I hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll catch you on the next video.